Alrighty, and hello everybody. You might hear my cat meowing, but, you know. Anyway, so, some of you might be wondering, who have seen the previous Creative World video that I have done, you might be asking yourself, well, why are you doing it again? Well, the simple reason for that is, um, at the time that I recorded that video, I wasn't happy with the quality. I figured I could do a better job, and a lot of changes have happened. Um, Mostly just because I felt like maybe there was stuff I still felt I could do. And the second reason is, and I'm not going to go deep into it, but at the time, someone I used to be friends with was my friend. That person is no longer my friend. There's a good reason for that. I'm not going to go into detail about that. Um, but it was a very serious matter, and uh, yeah, I wanted to basically tear down those builds and redo them in a different way, my way. Basically, I'm not trying to start this off with, depressing things, but I'm kind of past it. But moving past part of that was just removing any of that person's builds in here and just making this world truly my own. Um, for those of you who are wondering about a world download, I don't know how to do that. And I don't like sharing files, at least as of right now. Maybe that'll change in the future when I continue this, but this is kind of a personal thing. So, yeah. We're going to start off with the world history here. Just a brief rundown here. I started this world maybe 7 years ago, maybe 7, 6, somewhere there. Maybe not that long ago, but a long time ago. Um, has this game even been out that long? I don't know. Time has definitely passed. At minimum 5 years. Minimum. Um, yeah, my memory is still kind of hazy here and there. But it was a long time ago, and we were gonna do a co-op world with that person who will not be named. Um, but that person just didn't want to continue. Played for like a week and then just gave up, and I just wasn't having it, so I decided to continue this world. Um, so yeah, let's get started. Uh, we're gonna start with I mean, my thought process behind this building was it was a town hall, community center kind of thing. It didn't start out like that. This was actually one of my more later builds. And you'll see different builds change over time, but a lot of builds I actually went back into time to fix, or, I went to my old builds to kind of update them. Kind of a check-in window here. I don't really... This was my old seating design, or large seating design. Well, I don't want to say my, because I'm sure someone else did this before, but I don't know. That's what I liked. I also don't really build that many chandeliers in this game, and that was, like, I don't know, acceptable enough. Alright, so we're going to start off with a world map. This is my world map. You can take a minute to... Well, no, I guess we could talk about some funny stuff about this map here. So, firstly, you might notice, and this is purely coincidence, but this is pretty much Denmark here. I don't know how I managed that, but it happened, so, that's kind of funny. So you can just take a look here. We'll try to... This is the furthest point I have built in my world. This is the southernmost. The most western, and the most eastern is like over here, but we'll get into why. Well, basically, the reason I don't want to increase the map size is it's already big enough, and this is really just to fix a problem, and I'll get into that when we get there, but what's over here is minor. I don't think it's worth making a bigger map for, but anyway. So, initially, this this river wasn't connected to the ocean up here. That's the ocean. And so, after building a lot of, building basically this, probably my most prized build in the entire thing. Is that snow right there? Wouldn't surprise me. So yeah, I went through all of these river systems and connected them so that, it makes sense that the water would flow. I don't know, at least in my head. There was an idea to maybe connect to this and then that and then this, but, and then maybe, do the same here, but I still haven't decided if I was going to do that, or not. There's also, I believe, a connection down here that's not connected, so maybe I'd also consider that too, in the future. And I will potentially continue making updates to this, but this video is intended to be a replacement to the original, whereas future videos will just be quick updates. I might even stream these more. I am streaming this recording right now, but yeah, I just thought why not. So, anything else I want to mention here? Not really. Okay, so we can get into. There's going to be a lot of backtracking here, so we can start off with this. This is my first rail system, my first and only, actually, in this world. This kind of connects out here. Show this off right behind the community center. Some ways we're gonna wait wait to go. This goes over here. That is the wheat farm, my first wheat farm, windmill. And this will lead down here, which to the right goes to the wheat farm, and down here goes to a place where we're gonna save toward the end. I figure it's fitting to start where finish where it all began, so we're gonna wait for that. Just another path. Some of these will be pretty quick to explain, others not so much. So this used to be my garden, my first, I guess, farming situation, right? Now, obviously, the greenhouse that it is, the sprinklers and all this all wasn't here before. It was just, fences and all that kind of stuff. And eventually, I turned this into a greenhouse. This was kind of one of the builds, I guess, I had made toward the middle of this world's lifespan, I guess. There's probably some stuff I can add here and there and some changes I could still make to this build, but for now, like for instance, maybe in the future I'll consider giving more room to this in certain areas, but the idea is kind of just like a farm, kind of like indoor garden kind of thing. Exhibit, I guess, maybe. It's kind of the reason behind the books and stuff, explaining, I don't know what type of plant everything is. And whatever. And second floor is more or less where people sit and stuff. Some of this might not make sense, and like I said, there's a lot of changes that I feel like I could still make to this. But I don't know, it'd be really tough. There's just a lot of plants and stuff here, and it's kind of like the dangerous plant kind of stuff, and yeah. These are supposed to, if you couldn't tell what these are supposed to be chairs. Really scuffed chairs. And this is kind of an interesting light post. I don't really replicate this often in the world, so that's kind of a unique thing to this world area. As you can see over there, I kind of use that for the air vent, I guess. But yeah, so this is the garden slash exhibit. As you can see, it's kind of hard to use creative and fly in here, so we're gonna go outside here and take a look at it. Top view. It's kind of what we're dealing with here. So kind of to stay in the similar area, we're gonna walk down this path, and I guess I could just describe the path situation. I'm not very good at building roads. Uh, there's only really two road types that I use. I think the other one isn't really that much. It's the dirt path, but the most of it is just gravel, some cobblestone, and some moss stone mixed in. I know that I've seen in other videos people do raised stuff, but trust me, with the way I've built it now, changing it would be such a pain that it would be asking too much. This just leads up there. This is kind of just a fountain people can relax at, I guess. These are my, light posts that aren't that interesting, I would say, but I don't know. They do the job. So that goes there, and then there's the right side path, which goes there. Do a quick showing of the windmill. We're going to go inside really quick. This farm's also used as a bit of storage. So with these item frames, the ideal is you're supposed to imagine that the object is leaned against the wall. So the shovel is like leaning against the wall. That was my thought behind it. This is supposed to be a pitchfork, but, just do a quick circle here. Nothing too spectacular, just a, window there. My actual first use of the new mahogany stuff, actually. And here is the top. Alright. Next we'll look at this. This is supposed to just be like a rest stop, I guess. Wasn't a lot of thought behind it, but I thought it looked nice. This wasn't the first one I built. The first one I built was over there, but we'll get to that. And for all the scenery, we'll take a look at that toward the end before we end the video. But for now, I want to focus on the builds. That's the bridge, goes through there. This is the area where the guards people do training with arrows and stuff. There are a lot of guard posts throughout the area. Going up through the little tower here. This just goes out here, down there, and that will lead up to something else, which we'll get into. Goes there. That goes up to the track, and then the back there. We're going to continue in here, though, first. I might have a little bit of lag in this world. It's just how it is. Because of how big the world is and the rain. I'm not one of those people that like to remove the rain, but... Okay, so this bridge connects... I'll just give a quick glance at it. This is a completely other side of the town. That's a hospital, that's the shed, some housing, castle. We'll get into all of that, but... For now, this just leads over in this direction. Through a bridge. Oh my. Do I need to mute? Maybe? No? Alright, I think I'm fine. But yeah, this was my first path actually toward that direction before I were to expand in that direction. So this probably would help too if I slowed my talking down here. I've got a can of soda next to me just in case, so... I'm gonna open this. Yeah, geez, my throat's dry. Alright. Gonna need it. So this is where some of the guards people sleep. Not really amazing, but I think it gets the job done for what it is. You see all the diamond armor. This was before the implementation of netherite. But yeah. This just leads over here, which we'll get into that. And then this goes this way. These are supposed to be tables as well. I thought I would just explain that in case nobody could tell what that was. Goes down here, and then this goes here, and this leads up here. And just show off some of the roads and stuff here. An alternate way in. This is one of those things that I actually didn't finish doing. So maybe toward the end I'll just build that on camera. You know what? Why not? Let's just do it on camera so everybody can see what my process is for building roads. Some of you are going to think it's ugly and it's absolutely cursed, but we're just going to roll with it, right? So I try to start off with a really ugly pattern. I try to make it as narrow as possible, but sometimes that just doesn't work out. I will say, however, in recent times I've been far more comfortable with thinner roads, as before in some instances you'll see these huge roads. So like for instance, I would like that to be that, and then we can kind of just go from there. I don't really like that. And that, and then we mix in some of the other blocks to just kind of break up the amount of similar texture. This is something that I said I was going to do, but I forgot. And there is one more thing I remembered that I had to do, but that, I can assure you, that's the last thing that I forgot to do. So this just would go here. This connects here. This way has a tree. Gonna go to the back side behind this. This is just kind of if somebody wants to just, I don't know, go that way. This goes up here. This is the last place we'll check out. There's a reason for that. It's where the story began. Kind of just another rest stop. There's some beehives here for the bees and stuff. And this just gets into housing, but we'll save that. This is just another house with a purpose. We'll save that. All the village houses we'll save for later. So we're going to head back here first. And this didn't always exist. This used to be just a ton of bamboo, strictly bamboo. You can actually show the pathing here. This goes back here. And yeah, goes back here. Kind of goes into the clock tower. We'll get to that. It goes here. That was an alternate path if somebody wants to just walk back there, but this is this. That goes where we just came from. Goes into the clock tower. This comes down here, over there. We'll get into the clock tower later, but just want to show off some of the pathing. Kind of loops there. That goes over there. And then that's the first rest stop that I built, but we'll get to that. So this was supposed to be, I guess, a rainforest, but as you can imagine, well, a rainforest with, what's that cow doing? But it was supposed to be kind of like a, I don't know what you'd call it, like, under watch. So this will all go down here. This is one of the rare instances where I use the dirt path instead. And as you can imagine, though, that before this castle existed, this was built before then, this was all there was. It was bamboo. This bridge wasn't there, this long path. It was just this, and I'm like, well, that's a pretty lame jungle biome. So, because I don't know where the nearest one was, and I looked for one, I decided to just build it myself. And as you can see, The hardest part wasn't building the trees. The hardest part was making it look lush below enough to where it wasn't just trees sticking out with nothing under there. Um, as you can see, kind of my bush and plant methodology. So, as is with every single area, I guess, that I built in, I wanted to use a different theme toward the end, and this was toward the end of my world building. Each and every one of these houses, and actually, you can actually see something unfinished, which is actually insane, but, there's a good reason for that. Hold on. So, before the first video, I was actually trying to rush to get this done. So I didn't really double check everything. Just fine. So this is my bed design. Which I can also see isn't finished. Yeah, I must have just glossed over this house, so I can spell, I swear. What color would be nice here, I guess? Just use green, I guess. Why not? It's supposed to, you know, close. So yeah, bedroom. This is supposed to be a cooking stove. I have a more complex one later, but but obviously, you know, I didn't want to make these small houses that crazy. This is supposed to be a fridge, countertop, trash disposal, sink, I guess soda making thing, and then this is supposed to be... These item frames are supposed to be trays, plates, and then the bowl on the plate. So, these are tables. This is supposed to be where you hang your coat when you come in. Storage, bookshelf, and then there's music boxes and some of these. So, now that I've explained the housing themes, this is just a dock. I'm actually remembering a ton of stuff that I just didn't do. Okay, well, that's alright too. People can see. I did this for another one, and I just didn't... I don't know. For some reason, it just did not occur to me to finish this one, but whatever. That's good enough. This is just a fishing, or a boat dock, too. A way out if you want to go that way. We're going to quickly just run through these. There's nothing crazy about these houses, but some of their designs might be slightly different. And I don't want to bore people with all these similar looking houses, but I will go through them because I just want to show everything off. You can see the different variations. If you have any questions about anything I built, feel free to ask in the comments. Or any ideas. Go to this building over here next. I don't know if I went in this one or not. But quickly, yeah, I did. Okay. Just want to make sure. Okay, so we did this one. And then we did this one, I'm pretty sure. No, we didn't. No, did we? Yeah, we did. Okay. I'm sorry. So, this is a bridge to just leave the city, I guess. Nothing really crazy to that. That's just all that is. I'm assuming we went in this one before my brain's like, you already went in this one. Yeah. Okay, now I know for sure that the next houses we haven't been in, so. Never mind, I'm just making the same mistake. Goodness gracious. Please. Okay, so this is a new one. Okay, goes there. I'm also aware you can put plants and stuff on top of the pots, but I just like the regular pots instead. And I didn't feel like designing a design for every single pot, so just kind of believe that there's a design there, even though there isn't. Let's see, this just goes over here. And then just in case, if this isn't the one I've already been to like 4 times. Yeah, it is. Alright, so we're done here. Alright, we're going to continue. Going to give a better look at the garden, I guess. Jungle garden. Okay, just do a quick fly through. So, with these, if you don't know what this is supposed to be, they're supposed to be guards. So you're just supposed to believe they're guards. I'll show this bridge off. This is a way over there in case, I don't know if they want to go that way. This bridge was actually very hard to build without it looking nasty. Now I built this castle like a long time ago, so these cherry blossoms I threw in after the fact. And it was very hard. Very, very hard to get these to look good. I tried placing more. Didn't look good. Too much pink. Really kind of didn't fit. But I like the inclusion of the cherry blossoms. So that was nice. Okay, next we'll look at the rest stop here. This was the first one I ever built. Just go through here. Okay, I guess I can look at this house first. Alright. And we'll go through some of these village houses over here. This path goes here. This is a bridge across the water. Actually, the first bridge I think I ever built. I think, maybe. Maybe I'm wrong. These houses over here are going to be less nice looking. But a lot of these houses were really ugly before. This house I'm in specifically was actually 2 houses. With a space in the middle, but I merged it. So this is a rare instance of one of these houses being bigger than the rest. There's another one. That one over here is pretty big, but the rest of them are very small in comparison. You'll see how cramped everything is. A lot of these. Go through the biggest house. And a bed. Not all these need drapes. So. Alright, so we've gotten those houses done. We'll explore through this one. This is a public house, and we'll explain why it's a public house later. And we'll go down there soon, but this is owned by the city instead of an individual. Oh, you know, technicality and all that. Alright, we'll go through this one over here. Trying to make these house visits as quick as possible so we can move on to the more important stuff. And that all, you know, goes there. So next one, this was another kind of late era build. This is a the. I tried to make local swimming pools for pretty much every area, but there isn't going to be a ton everywhere. So these are supposed to be where you hang your towels and stuff, swimming, the jets in the water and stuff. And this was the second build I ever did with quartz. I don't use it often. We'll show this off. Goes up here, the giant staircase that goes over there. The housing, the hospital, and then it goes up the staircase. Show off the bridge. This goes over here. There's a little gate there that falls down. Go up here. And see, the reason this differentiates in color, every single stair you see used to be just regular stone brick, but I changed it to the deep slate, or what is this? Just want to make sure I'm right. Oh, no, it's blackstone. Okay. I use blackstone and deep slate bricks interchangeably. I mean, I basically use... My favorite blocks are the bricks in the game, so... But this area is supposed to be a more security high level. So, average civilians will get checked if they go here. And then that will go up there, which we'll get to that, but we're going to just stick with what we got here. Goes down here. This is a little dining area that people can relax in. Goes down here. This is the first water area I built, and we'll get into that later, like usual. Second boat area that actually fits under there. And then connects with here. There. And then that goes under that bridge. You can fit under that as well. This goes here. And then this goes here. As you can see. Alright, so next we're going to go into the... Finish up the housing here. This house is pretty... No, it's not this one. This isn't the one I'm thinking of. This house is okay size. Where's the house I'm thinking of? This leads out here. Connects down here. And over here. And then this goes down here. This is the very tiny house I was thinking of. Yeah. Very small. Also, there's something I don't like here. I just noticed. Like, believe it or not, when you have so much that you want to get done, you really just forget things. It happens. Yeah, I don't know why this is here, I guess, if you want to go that way. This connects back here. This just connects over here. The houses are, that goes over there. This goes up there. I hate how that looks, but I'll accept it. Goes over here, housing. And then, yeah. So, we'll get into that. So, okay, what next? What to talk about next? Okay, so... The reason I'm saving down there later is because it's tied to the stuff over here. So, I'm waiting to do that. I guess we'll start off with the biggest build. My first biggest build that I ever did. I wanted to build a castle. And the story behind this castle is pretty crazy because I built every single block. I want to be clear about this. Any big build that you see, I built by hand. Everything in this world, I built block by block, including the giant mountain that this sits on. This cube, it was actually 2 cubes combined, took me, I think, a month to build. And that's not even the castle itself. But, yeah, this mountain that it's sitting on was done by hand. I tried to make it look as not basically being Chocolate Mountain, where what I mean by that is it's just a block of dirt I mixed in some other blocks. It might not, I mean, it might still look synthetic, but I think it looks good enough to where it's like, okay, it's acceptable. So we'll get into that. Go over here. Kind of a people looking out the window kind of deal. This goes out here, down this way. We'll get to this. We're going to go to the castle first. Here. And then go up the giant staircase. Kind of just some outdoor tables. Show off the perimeter. This is supposed to be the coat of arms. It used to look different, but I think that looks good enough. We'll get to this stuff. So anybody that's up here obviously is the elite. But there's many, I guess you could say, ruling people of this city, I guess, or I don't know what you'd call it, but each area you could say that there is a it's divided. So we're gonna go in. You ring the doorbell if you want in. Entryway. This is the. Wow, there really isn't anything in here, huh? Well, and the rest there is, I'm sure. It's just a room I forgot. Wow, you know, that's kind of embarrassing, like, genuinely. I thought I thought I did, like, a lot more. I feel like a lot of this stuff I just I showed off in the last video, but I was like just try to make it look like I don't know, something's going on here. Man, if I didn't know any better, I'd say like stuff's just disappearing. It's alright. You can include this. Anything I forget, I can show off. This isn't going to be super crazy, though, just so everybody can tell. This is just going to be emulating. These are just supposed to be guest rooms. This is nothing absurd. Put like a flower in this, I guess. Why not? Actually want one more pot. Yeah, I'm genuinely surprised. I thought I did this room. I can assure you the rest of the stuff above is done. I know that for a fact. What else can we include in here? Paintings. Get some paintings going. Oh, I know why. Look. So this is part of the secret of this build. To make it look as good as possible, the top part, I don't know why a cat's jumping on a trash bag. Top part is made of slabs. So that's why there might be height discrepancies in the rooms, but yeah. What else could we do? I guess we could do like something like that. No, that blocks that. It looks really weird. Carpet. Let's get some carpet. I'm genuinely shocked, guys. I thought I did this room. In fact, there's no carpet in that room either. That's really weird. Oh my gosh. I hate when that kind of stuff happens. Then let's get pink carpet. Why not? Pink's actually one of my favorite colors. Okay, surely there's like something else we can throw into the mix here that would just kind of... Sure. Looks weird otherwise. If I just have that there. Oh my gosh, I hate that. There we go. Is there anything else I want to do? Maybe I'll put in an item frame, like a plate here. Maybe somebody carried their food in here. I would very much like to be able to place Stuff on a table here, but, you know. I'm going to go ahead and assume this floor just does not have any carpet on it at all. I feel like that's been happening a lot, where I'll click something and it just doesn't. I at least want the guest floor to have carpet. One of the floors above has it, for sure. Getting, like, false clicking. It's like, not... There we go. It's good enough. Yeah, see, this room has carpet, but this is where they cook the bakery. I also see no brewing stands or cauldrons. This was, yeah, this room, this was, believe it or not, this was my first mega project, so it wasn't that crazy. Trying to rush through this, guys. I am sorry that is happening. Always just like using awkward potions for consistency reasons. Alright, there we go. Yeah, this is good enough. This is the freezer. Put a carpet in here again. Yeah, the first floor just doesn't have any carpet. It's kind of an oversight on my part. I will try to make sure that future videos I do a more thorough look, I guess. There's no paintings in here. I want paintings in all these rooms. Let's not get a duplicate here. Alright, good enough. It's the freezer. You just gotta pretend that this light isn't that hot. And lastly, we just want to get some carpet in here, because we didn't do that before. Alright, there's no pots in here. Jeez, man. What is going on? This is supposed to be inviting. It's just like got nothing in it. Okay, flowers. So you hear one villager. There's a reason why there's not many villagers in my world. Mostly for lag and, okay, I'm just clicking stuff now. But there's another reason. This is good enough. Okay, cool. So this is the dining table. We're gonna go down. So, we're gonna get into this. This is the wine cellar, alright? Now, there's history behind this wine cellar. And I know when I started building this castle, there was a... So, this is kind of a fun... Well, I don't know if you call it funny, but... I didn't play a lot of visual novels, right? And there is a reason I'm bringing this up. Obviously, Doki Doki came out. That was a visual novel I played. Got me into visual novels. I didn't even know... It's like, oh, there's books that you can click and... Take another drink of this can of soda. So it got me into searching for a lot of visual novels, and I like horror, as you know. So I came across this visual novel called The Letter, and it's one of the greatest visual novels I've played. I played better ones, but it was really good. I would recommend it to people that might be interested. But there's a location that's a wine cellar, and I don't know, that kind of inspired me to build this. And as is... Well, I'm not going to say anything, but there is a secret in this. I'm not going to say anything about the game itself, but there is a secret in this wine cellar. And this is one of the only few redstone that I built in this world. But this is the one single villager that I know of in this world. And this is the castle's prison. This is what they do with people that they don't like. And as you can see, toilet and bed, and that's all they get. And they probably die down here. But yeah, one of two redstone things that I built in this world. It was really hard to get this to look nice. There's no reason for carpet down there, so this was in the room. So this is, I don't really build aquariums often because they're kind of space dependent and I don't know, they're kind of a pain. Climb to the top, pour in the fish feed. But yeah. I believe each one of these fish are name tagged fish. I believe that's what I did for all, yeah. As you can see, they are all just called fish, so they don't despawn. Crazy. I feel like maybe pots weren't out, I guess, when this came out. I'm doing this to just maintain consistency. Because well, you'll see how many floors these buildings have. This is a huge building. Alright, that's good enough. Kind of just a table with more no paintings. Should have just... You know what? Actually, I do remember there being paintings here. Yeah, as you can see, like, this is when I was starting to, like, go crazy with everything. It's just that it's that floor below and everything that I didn't for some reason. This is kind of the archives room. History, old artifacts and stuff. Kind of a balcony. Or, I don't know what you'd call this. Sleeping quarters for this floor's staff. The library. The first floor. Right, well, I don't know. Let's see it here. Alright, we're gonna go up a floor. No carpet. Storage room. Staff room for this floor. Again. Really lacking on... I don't know. Maybe I just glossed this over, I guess. Maybe I just was in so much of a hurry that I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna bother doing this. I don't wanna. Just get a carpet in here. A carpet. Any carpet. Put one massive carpet here. don't know why I didn't do this. It's really strange of me. Could have sworn... Okay, see, there's another thing you'll know about this world that I do. Is I really like torch spam. And then last one over here. I'm really hoping the later floors don't really struggle with this being an issue. But yeah, this is another bedroom. This is a room to eat, I guess. You hear the lava correctly? This room is a forge room, I guess. The carpet, never mind. Kind of hard to just click it for some reason. Okay. This room's got enough stuff, so... Balcony with nothing in it. Or carpet, I mean. I don't know why, I just... This is an instance of a new me looking back at old me and being confused at building decisions. It's a very common thing, believe it or not. Get some light over here. Alright. Good enough. That's kind of bothering me. I don't know why that, Alright. Good enough. Actually, hold on. I feel like this is... As you can see, this build is so huge that it makes sense why I just didn't bother with certain things. Just because simply yeah, see, at least there's pots on this floor, so at least I started to have effort on this floor. It's alright. And then we'll get one more over here. This building actually does lag quite a bit looking at it. This is a lookout. So with these windows, you just gotta believe that they slide open. Yeah. Let's take the carpet again. Really like using that carpet color for some reason. I'd like this to be a bigger carpet. Over here. And then just get a big pot. Just to break up the boring nature of... Yeah, alright. Gonna go down. Go through here. Probably... So this is the grand dining hall. This is for family and high-level staff. This is like the big deal. But again, as you can see, I have forgot to put carpet down. But you'd think in a castle they'd have a ton of that. Not to worry, old me just didn't for some reason think of that. And I don't know why. I can assure you, everybody, the later builds won't be like this. They'll be complete, unlike this stuff. I don't know what happened here. I don't know what the issue was. A lot of these builds, too, I was probably really tired. Get some regular pots. I see normal flowers in them, at least, which is good. That's one less thing. Get one here. Get one there. Break this up. One here. And then one there. Alright, cool. This is where the cooking place gets all the ingredients. Sprinklers. Spices and stuff. Mushrooms. Again, no carpet. Classic. Get one. Yeah, there's not a ton of room here. Put one at the edge, I guess, here. Alright. That's... Get 3 in here. Why not? Alright. Go through here. This is the kitchen. Plates ready to serve. People ready to, you know, get stuff going. Guess we could put a carpet here. And then one here. Alright. This goes here. This is another eating room. This is where they bet on fighting. That's redstone, supposed to be some blood. Once again, wouldn't you believe it? No carpet. Whatever. It's good enough. Big pot. And one over here. Alright, cool. Going up. So this floor is the courtroom. And yes, I see no... This is where the hearing is. And all that stuff. There's no pot in here, but there is carpet. They did remember the carpet. To be fair, get one there. Alright, cool. There's no carpet in here. This is where everybody checks in, I guess. Don't know why there's all these barrels here, but sure. Alright, one more carpet and we're good here. This is actually fine that this is in the World Tour because it does showcase a lot of my design thoughts when I'm building something. And since it won't be, hopefully, a common, reoccurring, constant thing, I'm fine with it. We're already this far in anyway. And also, just goes to show you how incomplete the last World Tour was. This is a bedroom for this floor. Let me get rid of this. Constantly using the same items anyway, so... Next storage room. What color do I want to use here? Sure. This is the bathroom, shower, other such. This is my shower design. This is a bathroom mirror. sinks. Probably the best shower design I've made in the world, to be honest. Okay, and this floor is dedicated to the queen. Of course, the staff can be here, the high-level staff, but this is where usually the queen lives. I don't know what this is, but, you know. Table. Going through here. Queen's room. Mirror. This is actually funnily enough, this is out of date to how I would do things. Right, now it's done. It's actually really funny. Tons of flowers. I don't really know what this room was, but I made it. This is balcony, or I say balcony. I don't really know what it is truly. And this is kind of an old storage room for armors. Do want to get a carpet in here too. Get a pot in here just to make sure that some interesting stuff going on here. I do not have a flower in here. We're almost at the top. There's one more floor. Well, two technically, but it's really tiny. Alright, good enough. Don't want to spend too much time doing this. Alright, go in here. This is the ore room. Not really enough room for anything else. The gym room. Now we're going to the top. This is where there is guards and security. It gets really cold up here. So there are these fires that are here to keep things warm. A very scary ladder. The guy mans the post here, watches over the side. And if we go to the other side, see the same thing. Another really dangerous ladder. Although this guy has it better because he has a room he can sit in. Alright, then we're going to go in here. This is where they kind of just sit and relax. Again, you guessed it, no carpet. But we're nearly at the top, so it's kind of good. No pots in here. Classic. Also, you can see I rushed this too because there's not a single plant in any of these. Or flower plant. I must have been really sick of doing this when I was doing this. I must have been like, dude, I want this to be done. Yeah, I was really rushing to get that first video out. But no, I'm kind of just like, eh. I mean, we're redoing it, but I'm going to imagine that this floor is... No, this floor has plants and stuff. That's weird. Okay, do that. Let me get that there. I don't really like that that's... Alright, carpet should be the last carpet we place. Alright, cool. It's just an extra room. And this is the balcony where there's a ton of guards looking over. And the flag. Okay, castle is done. First mega build completely looked at. Where to next? Guess we'll go down here. We'll show this off. Kind of just a pathway. Leads back there. Just comes down here. Goes down the biggest staircase I have in my world. Goes down here. This was one of the builds that person who won't be named built, but I redid. Turned it into a house. Kind of. chimney. It actually changed a lot on this, actually. This goes up here. And kind of a tiny sleeping room, but yeah. Usual deals. So this leads down to here, and if you remember that gate I was talking about in the bridge right over there, this is where more guards people stay. Don't know if I put pots in here, but sure. So that's that. That leads over here. Okay. Next, we'll take a look at these two areas, and then we'll go take a look at all of this stuff over here. Goes back here. This was the second build that that person did that I changed. The lore behind this was it was supposed to be an abandoned house that the castle owners previous long ago lived in. But I decided to scrap that, and I just kind of turned this into a house. But it still keeps some of the wizard elements, so we'll put it there. Yeah. I actually finished completing this yesterday, actually. And I did do a small touch-up to it today, but yeah. Before we go over there, this goes down here, connects down here. Actually, not a little light there. That connects over there, if you remember where we came through there. That goes down there, and we'll get to that later. First we'll go, that goes down there. We're going to go up. And go up again. So this used to be an observatory. And I have tried to build something here so many times. But I finally settled on just a tower for people to relax in. And yeah, there's not a lot in here, though. I will get a carpet in here. Yeah, what color would go good with this? Just black, probably. You don't know what color goes good with something? The answer is probably black. A lot of paintings in here either. But yeah, there's just places for people to look out and stuff. Get a plant in here. And then I think we're good here. Oh no, I need some paintings in here. Don't need a ton of these. Do like to keep it somewhat interesting. Okay. So that's that. We're going to go down. Here, we're going to look this way first. So, the thought behind this area is this is a mining area. A mining village. This is where the city and the castle gets most of its resources, and it's controlled by the castle. But, as you can imagine, yeah, these are kind of bigger houses, but these people are pretty poor. That's why they're working in the mine, and the mine is right over there. But we're going to go through these houses. Again, you've seen one house, you've probably seen them all. They're just slightly different. Also, I'm hearing a ton of sheep for some reason. Oh, I know why. I know why I'm hearing that. Alright. We're going to go down here, though, for a detour really quick. This is the farthest point of our world. Rest stop B area. And we'll get into what this is later. But, hint, animals. Trying to speed run through these. Don't want people to be bored. we could put another one there. Goes up into the mine. So with the mine here, it's not that crazy. It's just an entrance and just a regular mine. Nothing crazy, but you get the deal. People go down in there and they mine and they do stuff. Okay, gonna go in here. Again. Housing. Music box. Gotta have some form of entertainment. Alright. Go through here. Alright. And we're gonna go in here. As you can see, again, pretty compact. A lot of these houses, and a lot of these were pretty challenging to work with. Show off the path here. Connects over there. That's the bridge. That's the giant staircase. So this building, I actually have had trouble with deciding what I want this to be. So I just turned this into basically a club building, I guess you could say. You know, nothing really too crazy, right? Although you can see again the age because there's no carpet and there's no pots, and going to have to fix that. Did not think I would be this behind of everything, but it's alright. There is one single thing that I was planning on fixing before I was doing this. Oh, there's not even anything in here. Goodness. Like, not even paintings. Oh, I remember, because I didn't put anything in here. Because I forgot, because I was, this used to be made of stone brick, so I was changing the... I didn't want to mess up anything. That's why. That's why there's nothing really in here. Alright. And there's no carpet in here. Alright. Hopefully this room... Okay, it's a lot more compact. Sadly, though, same issue. Not really... ton of stuff in here. I would rather not the same one. Yeah. Cool. Let's get some flowers. Okay. So this building. This is another house. All the small houses have pots, and because I stuck to a formula when I was doing these, which is why a lot of them look really similar. Second way out. Similar deal. Trying to speedrun the houses. Okay, before we go into the hospital, we'll go into the guardhouse. Or the gardener, or whatever. As you can see, don't know why that keeps happening. Just a small little carpet in the front. But yeah. Alright, so this, the hospital. You can see the helipad. Different pathway. So we will start, well, actually, this is the entrance. So we will start at the top, and there's a reason for that. So this is the elevator. This was super, super challenging to build. Obviously, it's not functional, but I actually forgot something. Isn't that crazy? It's alright. Alright, now we can call the elevator up. Obviously, it's not going to work, but... Right, you get it. People just sit up at the top. Wow. Okay, Wow, I did not think I'd have that much left to do. That's actually insane. This should be titled tour slash building. Actually, hospitals wouldn't have carpet. I don't think they would have carpet, so that's actually fine that I don't have carpet everywhere here. Let's do that, whatever. I should just have a pot in my inventory at all times, because I'm going to keep pulling them out. I just need to accept that being a reality. Alright. Cool. So these are the patient rooms where they sleep. I did put paintings in here. Some of these are going to be empty, but I would like a flower in each one. There's a surprise at this hospital. It's not just a boring old hospital. The elevator room. Where again... Whatever, just pretend there's a button there. It'd actually be kind of hard to find a space for a button there. There's 2 floors of patient rooms. I really wish I had looked through this more thoroughly. Alright. Second patient floor. see. Window here. Wish there was... Well, I don't know. Actually, we could have done that, but... Like how I said, we would probably... wouldn't have that much to do. And here I am, like... doing all this. It's actually pretty funny. Kind of hard for me to remember what colors I've already done. So obviously I'm going to rotate a bunch. How do you get in here? Elevator room. It's currently at a floor below. And... that's all the patient rooms. They're all very similar looking. So, no point hyper-focusing on all of them. But yeah. Okay, so this is the interesting floor. There's a reason I'm skipping this. This is where the people come in, they check in. Just forgot all the flowers. These hospitals have a ton of flowers. Receptionist. On this side, elevator. With the button. This is the laundry room. This is the second reception area. And third reception areas. That comes out of there. Alright, so now we can get to what this is supposed to be. So this is supposed to be a retinal scanner, right? And there are different levels to it, but these two are... this one is the highest level. These two are just regular, but... well, this one's kind of higher, actually. This is the records and stuff, the records room. And this room, there's a secret in this room. And this is why. This is where they produce medicines. Very, very top secret medicine. She asked, what does that do? It doesn't do anything. And this is the second and last redstone thing that I've ever built. And that was the most complex for me. Because I'm not very smart. So this was supposed to be where they're producing bioweapons, which is based on the Resident Evil. Initially, this big tank here, I tried putting the warden in, but because the warden has that stupid effect where the screen changes and he makes a shit ton of noise, that kind of ruined it. So, yeah, you're just gonna have to believe this is the tyrant and some zombies and all that crazy experimentation that's going down. Shut that. You can see that Closes the front. We gotta do it in order. Just that. That closes. And then this closes. And then I don't remember exactly how I did this. I'm gonna fix this. I gotta get the 3. I don't know why that's happening. Please stop double clicking. Okay, there we go. It's behind the painting there. You just do like this or something. Sure. But yeah, it's one of the cooler things that I've actually done in this world that required some kind of redstone testing. So yeah, we're done with this area over here. That area is completely done. So now we're going to move over to the right side of the map. But first, we're going to take a stop at the clock tower here. We're going to take a look. That's just also any designs on buildings are just completely coincidental, minus the clock, obviously. But everything, all these aren't supposed to mean anything. They're just designs. I was testing, trying to design stuff like that. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and go in one of the many entrances. This was the first true acacia build that I did. So this is the entrance. This leads back here. This is a public building too. People can just come in and go. Okay, that goes up there. We'll come back to that. Books and stuff. There's the exit. This is where they hold a ceremony. Not really religious per se, but maybe you could say it is. I don't know. Alright, we're going to go up here. This is where the owner of the clock tower lives. Could put a couple paintings here. And this is his bedroom. Nothing too crazy, but... Alright, now we're going to go up. This is the first complex staircase I built that had multiple different ways. Also, I don't know why there's a chicken stuck here, but I don't want random animals just stuck somewhere. Trying to keep this world as lag-free as possible. Kind of the other side ceremonies, different ideals, I guess. Bridge going up. People can hang out, and this is the bell. The clock tower. So yeah. And to continue. This was my second big build, but this wasn't nearly as big as the castle. We're saving that second to last. Already talked about this. Showed this house off, I remember. See all the different pathways. We're going to ignore this too. This is connected to that. This is a dock area. I decided to test out. I believe this is when the new wood came out, so I was testing it out. Yeah, and more acacia testing. But this is just a dock to the next area. I'm going to go check out these houses really quick. You know the drill. Quick run through. There are actually quite a few houses here. save that. We'll come back to that. Ah, yes, no carpet. Truly a Brooks classic. No carpet? Again, you can see a lot of evidence kind of just pointing to rush to get it done kind of deal. Like, there's no pot in here. There's, yeah. This goes back here. Go into... This is just a place where ships can offload material, fishing and stuff, as you can see. It's the point behind that. A fountain. Another house. This one's kind of empty as well, strangely enough. Yeah. Definitely has a lot more, though, than the other ones. Alright. This goes here. Kind of goes there. We've already been to this one, so we've got these two to do. We did this one. Do this one. I really didn't use a ton of pots, huh? Thought I had, but I guess not. It's alright. Is that consistent? What is that? Sure. Alright, there's two houses down here that we gotta look at. So one here. Bedroom. No pot. Plant. I'm wondering, honestly, if some of this stuff is despawning. I wonder. Kind of thought about that before, if that happens or not. It'd be really awful if that does happen. Come back to that. Bedroom. At least there's carpet in this one. And get a pot, like right here. And a table there. Alright, so before we go down there, we're going to go head over to this before I forget. This is a cemetery. I did come back through here, although I never... What was that? I did never light these. As you can see, again, more evidence that I was rushing things. Which is kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. I haven't built many cemeteries. This is the only one I've built. Which... Well, that one's lit for some reason. It's really odd. Alright. But yeah, cemetery. Grave sites. We're done with almost all the houses minus these two. I suspect we're going to get a similar thing here. Yep. Bed. No plant, really. I don't know why I have these in my inventory. It's going to default to blue. There's that house, and then this is the last house. Village house. See that over there, and then bedroom. Yeah, and this just goes over there. So this connects over here. This connects over here to this building. And this kind of wraps under here, comes up here to show all the pathing. Goes in there. That goes this way. These are the last few houses in the world. These 4 here. This building here, bridge across there. We'll get to that. I do want to stop here first. This was the third and last major, no, well, third, but not the last. There's one more building, but this was a blacksmith building that person built, which I completely changed. Added one of these signs. See? This one's kind of cramped, but whatever. The usual stuff. Take a look at that. Kind of a unique building, a chimney. So this is supposed to be a bazaar. This is supposed to be like a flea market of sorts. This was also the first time I used sandstone, and yeah, looks kind of dry. Carpets everywhere. Music discs. All that sort of thing. Yeah. I was actually really happy with how this one turned out, I'll be honest. I hadn't really used sandstone before, and I'm kind of happy that I did. We're going to go through here really quick. This will go wrap there. This comes down here, under there, to this thing. This goes here. Down here. Connects with over here. Which goes up there. Which goes down here. That'll be the next thing we come back to. This goes here, there, comes down here to this, to that dock, and then just showing the rest of the path, because then there's not much left to explain over here. Goes down here into this area, over there, and then down here. And then this just, as you can see, that way, completely wrap here. The bridge, which goes over there. That bridge goes over there. And then last remaining houses right there. Okay, so before we get into this building, we're going to go over here and deal with this stuff. First, the underneath part. So this is the second community pool. It's pretty self-explanatory. These are the changing rooms. Dirty clothes. Just away here. This is a fish tank where the fish have despawned, but whatever. This was my earliest shower design. But, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't need glass. It's just they stand here, they just get wet, it goes down the drain. But, shower room. This goes down here. Which leads to the boat access, and then this comes back up here. So we'll save that for last. This house was built after this one to go in a companionship with that house, but this is a more of a expensive house. There's not really any pots in here. As you can see, there's a lot more in here. Shower, mirror, a more higher end house for sure. So this was supposed to be that friend at the time's house. Not anymore. I've kind of changed it a bit. As you can see, the inside here. This follows a similar formula, you know, the cooking thing, and this goes up back here. Also, again, no carpet. Classic. I must not have cared that much about the carpet for some reason. Refrigerator right there. Alright. Chimney. So again, no flowers. Let's put one of these here. And then bedroom stuff up here. This is kind of nonsensical. I don't really like that. Oh, look at that. In fact, I don't like this really. So I'm just gonna fix that. Doesn't really like make a whole lot of sense to me. How are you gonna reach all the way up here? Be kind of hard. You know, chandelier and the balcony, and that's that house. As you can imagine, I built my house to the opposite side, but then it kind of spiraled into something else, and we'll get to that. We'll get to that. We'll save that toward the end. Okay, so this, before we get inside, this pathway is just something nice I built. These are two places to sit in the front. And if you haven't guessed what this is, just by looking, it's a library. The biggest library I have. Actually, don't know what this is supposed to be. I don't really like it. So get rid of that. We don't need the carpet really in here. Enchanting room. A lot of stuff on display too. Again, it follows that kind of big seating design that I had. Also, strangely enough, again, no pots. We want some pots here, actually. I'd like to get at least one in here. This just goes out here. A small little room. You could go in through the front or the back. Ladders, again, just, you know, different levels of books. Special books, history, talking about them. Check out. First time I used these blocks in a serious manner for a serious build. The other checkout. I was very happy with this. It's when it comes to big projects, you have to really plan everything out ahead of time because kind of just going with it as you go doesn't really work that well. At least for me. And I don't know what this is. I'm going to get rid of it. Chairs to read the books. Goes up. And then here, we've got the outside part of this. Now, this particularly, I had rebuilt like 4 or 5 times. It took me forever to get this outside part into the way I like it. People can read here and whatnot. Although, I do notice kind of something weird. Yeah, I must not have... Let me just double check and make sure. Yeah, I totally messed that up. Something small. But I forgot about this. Want it to all match. But yeah. So that's the library. We can go here really quick. Talk about this. This is the second shipping offloading place. This just goes here. This is another dock part, which again, I need to add a little teeny bit of stuff to. At least I'd like to. So we could put a fishing rod here. Why not? Alright. And a painting. Preferably small. There we go. Okay, so this goes up there. This goes here. That goes up there. This is where the animals come to free roam. We'll get down into there next. After we talk about this room here. This was the last thing I built. True big thing. This is just an enchanting room for people to come, stop by and just enchant stuff. So, nothing really too crazy here. Just made this kind of, because I was wanting to build something into the cave here. So I did. That goes down there. Goes through here. And so this, the reason I saved this in particular and that over there. We'll go in through this way. So this was, I wanted to make an underwater base, and this is one way down, but we're going to go the other way. The reason this building was public was because this goes down. Also, again, I am forgetting the pot. That is insane. Go all the way down here, and this is where people can come to eat. Now, this is a big establishment because, as you can see, that goes up to that ladder where they cook the food. Long pathway. And this used to be a really ugly science area building, but I just expanded the restaurant. And as you can see, there's a lot to do here. This was expanded. This, you can come down the staircase. And this is a stage for music and just people to eat and dine, really. So that's all what this is. It's a nice way to look at it and that kind of stuff. Okay, so we're going to talk about this next. So, a lot of this area up ahead, you're going to have to suspend your disbelief for, because it's kind of, it would be really ridiculous to fit all this and just make sure they're stationary, but as you can see, they don't temporarily, you know, they come and go here, but just pretend that they free roam throughout this entire... The goal is they free roam this entire area. But because of the way Minecraft works, just pretend... You know, just pretend that that they're not in here. There's 2 of every animal here. Yes, all the animals have really original names. Also... Okay, there are 2 rabbits there. All the sheep of different color. The foxes. Llamas. And then it leads over here. Okay. Ugh. Next, we're going to get over here. We're going to talk about these buildings here. Again, I'm just going to quickly go through the last remaining houses here. There's like 3 left. Really simple house. Nothing crazy. Nothing insane. But as you would expect, I had once again forgotten to do that. This used to be where the animals used to stay, these buildings. This used to be a chicken farm. This used to be a pig farm. That used to be a cow. And then turtles used to be there. I don't remember what that used to be, but... Obviously, that didn't pan out. So... Yeah, these... Toward the end here, it was getting incredibly lazy. Which just kind of sucks to see, but whatever. It's understandable. There's so many of these copy-paste houses, you know. It's like... Bedroom. Curtains. Or drapes, whatever. Gets the bridge. The big-ass house. This is kind of a richer house. A mirror. Shower. Would like to do this, though, because there's not a ton of light here. The last area I have to show will be completely done, though. I made specifically sure that that's done, so that's not even a question. I know it's done. Also, again, with the pot. Alright. Kitchen. Way out there. Laundry. This goes up here. Bedroom. And that's this house. Alright. Path goes here. And this is the last house. Oh, it is really dark in here, actually. Right, there we go. Just. Alright, we're done with houses. Come down here. This is where it used to be the turtles, and this turned into a mini dock thing. Port. And then people can rest with the bees and stuff. Okay, this, as I spoke earlier, I connected all the riverways, and I turned this into some kind of coral thing, I guess. Ugh. It was kind of a pain, but yeah. Alright. So crossing this. What is the reason for this? Normally, I wasn't going to build anything over here. I was wanting to because I was like, well, I don't know. I kind of want to expand over this way, but what is the reason for this? Well, as you can see, this is another portal room. Why is there another portal room here? Well, as you'll know, the reason for this is because where I have my original portal is really hard to get to, and I was wanting a surface portal, and I thought, you know what? I just recently watched Inuyasha. Great anime, by the way. I'm really happy I watched the whole thing, including the I guess the final season, I guess, and then the sequel. It's like in the future or whatever. Well, you know what I mean. The princess, whatever. Um. So yeah, I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll just make like a shrine guarded portal thing. And so if you're confused why this is here, you're going to see that the only reason that this is here is because the initial portal was created long ago, and going through that portal, or trying to build a surface portal, caused it not to go through the right portal, and instead it created a portal all the way somewhere else, and this is what resulted here. So I'm going to save the portals for last. Simply because that is a pain to travel through, the end and all that, but yeah, that is this, honestly, I just like to pretend doesn't exist because I didn't have intention on making this, but whatever, it's there. Also, I like to torch up everything nearby, and I don't like the fact that this is dark. Doggo, okay. Anyway. Okay, so now we're going to get into the big build that I built, and then we're going to go into the basically where it all started. So this was my response to building a house. I was wanting to make a Asian styled house, not really specific, but also again, no. Okay, there is carpet this time. This was my first house, but then I'm like, you know what? This wasn't good enough, and also I'll just show the outside here. It's kind of like a porch. But yep. We're gonna go up. I just decided to turn this into a guard sleep post instead for the castle that I built. As you can see, just some balcony here, over there, and this is where they actually sleep. They climb here, go through here, kind of just the same deal. Yep. All right. So now we're going to go into the main building proper. Across the bridge, all the security. Water's supposed to flow through here. I guess I could show this. You just have to just suspend your disbelief that water can get all the way up here. And flow through the river and whatnot. But before we go and explore the front, take a trip in the back area here. This is the prison cell for this castle. As you can see, just a toilet there, table, bed. This prison is a lot nicer than the other one. That's for dang sure. Guard sleeping area and the kitchen. Very cramped one at that, but still. No carpet, but whatever. I don't think a prison needs carpet. So, that goes up there. So there's a story. Well, we'll talk about the front first. So here's the... I don't know what you'd call this, the front area. Kind of goes there. I was really it was so hard to position these cherry blossoms to have the you know, the particle effects fall as you were walking there. Let's see here, up there, and then same deal here. Okay, now we're gonna go into the thing. I'll just give a quick outside look at this. I can't still really believe that I built this myself, but block by block, by the way, including the cube below it. I'm not kidding. The entire thing is block by block filled by hand. The only way there would be an air pocket in there is if I just wasn't paying attention, but almost all of it is filled completely. I did start this world, and this is going to get into something. So, initially, before the cube, I had... Well, the friend at the time had a Realm server, which I joined. I wasn't keen on Realm servers because I knew that they wouldn't last, but I was told that they were. As you can imagine, it didn't last. So instead, I got access to the save file, and basically I took what I built in there, and using a mod, I basically ported this build over to this world, because there's no way I was not going to do that. And it kind of just sat for a while, but then I'm like, I did a lot of effort, a lot of research, and yeah, this is what the finished product was. Now, of course, it wasn't furnished like the original castle all the way over there. The render distance is low to prevent lag. But as you can see, this is my favorite build in the entire world, hands down. There's another one that comes close in the end, and we'll see that when we get there, but yeah, we could just show this off really quick. Alright, now time to go inside. Show this off. We'll go to the bottom floor first. So this is the pool area. This is the pipe that carries this water up here. Trust me, believe it. It just does it. Water flows out the front. You saw that earlier. We're walking in the front area, front garden. Refrigerators for drinks and stuff. This village is very high-tech. They have vending machines. Exitway, chandelier. Just different rooms. Cooking area, kitchen. Dining area. Area down here. Okay, we're going to go up. Some windows. Drawer. I actually looked this up, how to do these, how to make drawers and stuff, but this is one of the few examples of me doing that. Mirror, clothing and stuff. We go up. So this is, I guess, like a shrine, I guess, inside the house. A cat. These aren't based off of real pets. Yeah, Humphrey and Samson. The bed. And we're going to go up. This is where the armor is stored. Special equipment. And this is the balcony. Alright. Now, I like this build. It's my favorite build. Now we're going to get into where this all started. So we go back all the way here. You remember we could go down through here. We're going to go the original way. I will get lost here. So initially we were going to start a cave base in this world. And so we did. We went all the way down here. And you can see the transition to the old. And I'm telling you right now, I will get lost down here. It's just going to happen. And we were going to turn this into a... I don't know exactly. It was going to be with trees and stuff, but obviously with the space, it didn't work out well, so we were like, whatever. So instead of explaining this 50 million times, everything from here on out in this side of this building, I'm going to try to explain the least stuff possible. Because by this point, I think everybody kind of gets the gist of what I'm going for now with my style. That just leads up there now. Just a refresher. But there are so many ways that it would literally be just really complicated to explain. So the garden. So you're just gonna have to trust my my design. Go down here. A fountain in here. People can chill in here. I thought about turning this into a prisoner colony, but I wasn't quite sure if I was wanting to do that or not. Go down here. So, there's going to be so many deviating paths, it's going to get confusing, trust me. So, we're going to avoid going a ton of ways. This is the library of the area. And keep in mind, again, this was going to be our initial first base that we were going to have. So... kind of crazy how things turned out. This goes down here. Down through here. This goes through here. And this over here is a big ordeal, so we're going to wait on that. We're going to avoid that, but I just wanted to show the library off first, so that was there. That goes that way. We're going to ignore that for now. This is the food storage room, as you can see. Okay, so, this room. This room right here. Hold on, let me make sure. Let me make sure I'm not making an ass of myself. Let me double check. Okay, this right here was going to be my room. This was the first room I built. This is the pets. Pour the food in there, that kind of thing. This goes down here. Like I said, this area is complicated as hell, so if you remember, we kind of came through here. I don't remember. But this was my room, right? And we're just going to stick down this way because this way back over here isn't confusing. This was my then friend's room, but I've converted it since, and it's just another room. And then there's nothing left that he built that needs to mention. But it's not his build anymore, so. Over there. It's that way. This goes here. We came from there. We'll go these ways later. For now, show this off. This is our end portal. We're gonna go there last. This is our nether portal. We're gonna go here second to last. Here's just another cool room. Prep for the or nether, sorry. Try to keep it on theme there. Okay, so this is the kitchen I was talking about long ago that looks nice. Very fancy kitchen. Fanciest kitchen we've got. Yeah, very fancy. That used to be our mushroom farm. I'm not kidding. This used to be a mushroom farm. A place to eat. Like I said, I wasn't really going to explain anything, but I am anyway. And this is some housing here inside this. Really, this doesn't need any explaining at all. So we're just going to speed run through these. And that's the end of this area. Now things are going to get a lot more complicated to explain. But we're saving the portals toward the end. So, which way first? Oh, there is some rooms up here that we didn't explore. So that was that over there. This is the storage room. This is the enchanting room up here. You don't feel like going all the way to the bottom. This goes over here. That's the entrance. Table. This comes through here. This loops. This room here. Goes down there. Might even check that out first, to be honest. After we check this last room up here. There's a room on the end. Just a regular room. Nothing too crazy. Alright, so now we're going to go over here. And from here, it's going to get monumentally harder to explain. Or navigate. So if I get lost, forgive me for getting lost. Okay, so this goes down here. We'll go down here first. So this is kind of a confusing mess, but this is the second fishing area. Feed the fish and stuff. This comes up here to the other fish tank, which was the room. We're going to ignore that way for now. You can see this pathway just goes over here. This comes up here. So, trying to make sure it's, yeah, see, we were down here. See how confusing I'm telling you this is? There's a reason that we didn't keep that. Became a little bit too much. So then you're going to go up here. And these are more sleeping quarters. The showers are also over here. Again, a lot of these rooms are going to be copy-pasted, so nothing crazy. Shower room. There are a total of 2 shower rooms in this building, or area. Alright. So we go down here. Check this out next. So as you can see, this went out through here, which led over here. And you go through here. It goes over here. Kind of just a dining area. Nothing insanely crazy about this. Alright. We're going to go here. As you remember, this was that way. Shut this off. That's to the bridge, to the water fountains above this. We didn't go there yet, but that leads down this way. I'm sure half the people aren't going to be able to follow where I'm going. This is a storage area in the back here for weapons and stuff. Okay, so let me just make sure. So we came from this way. Okay, cool. And we went through that way. That leads to the main hall. Dining area through here. We're not going to go that way yet. Or this way. So that leads to the room here, if you recall. Right next to my room. It only gets easier to explore this place once you've been through it a couple times. And I have to, even now, I have to refresh my memory. Okay, so this goes... Ugh. Yeah, okay, so that loops the same way. This goes here. Again, my room here. This goes over here. This is just an alternative way to get over here. Done that way is its own special way. But, same as that, but that leads down through here. Okay, so sorry about that. Okay, so this is kind of just a dining area again, down the side here. We were initially going this way, though. So we're gonna... This is just a pathway down over here. And then we're gonna continue this way to the right. Kitchen area for this area. This is a living quarters. As you can see right here. Don't want to spend too much time shower. This is the second shower area. And giant kitchen area. Seating area. This goes here, which was the thing you saw right here. Another resting room, or room. Yet another room. Can bridge of where we just were. This was that room that led down here, if you recall. Before we... Well, we could just do this. So that goes here. Another room. Go back through here. Another room. Goes through there. We'll save this next. This goes over here. I don't remember if I went this way or not. Yeah, okay, as you can see, this is just another way to go down through here. Right, and that just leads into the bedrooms and stuff. More rooms. Go through the rest of the rooms here. And all these rooms here really follow just a similar pattern, so nothing too crazy. Some look slightly different, but nothing to write home about. Alright. Alright, next we're going to go up here. Another room. And you guessed it, another room. And another room. And this goes up here, which led to the fish tank where it was next to my room. And then just circles back through there. We're going to go through here again. So I already saw the room here and here. We're going to continue here. Another room. And this is a way for people to mine. So, people want to mine, they can mine. This is old mine shaft stuff. Yeah, that's the end of this way. Okay, now I gotta maneuver myself to find another way, which might be kind of difficult. So it might take me a while to find where it is. No, this is it. Never mind. So this is a storage room for this floor. And this is the true mining colony part, I guess you could say. Just goes into the big center room. Another way into the big center room. Storage room for materials and explosives. You'll see very soon why that's the case. Through here. A center, nice little centerpiece. I'm pretty sure if I turn this to survival, this would burn all this stuff, though. But okay, so with these, this is supposed to be future. Well, you know what I mean. This is basically these people are mining to continuously expand this colony, and this is gonna. This is the lore behind this area. It's just gonna expand forever. But obviously, I don't want to expand it forever, so you can see these are the areas where they're digging away and the collapse and stuff, and they're working on it, and yeah, really cool. Just want to make sure if there's not anything else. Okay, I'm gonna keep looking through here just to double check, make sure I got everything here. Okay. Like I said, it will be somewhat difficult to navigate through here. Is there any other areas that really need... No, not really. Okay, that's all the areas. Now, we're going to go to the Nether first and then the end. Because the Nether doesn't have any kind of shenanigans with teleportation. Okay, so... very simple Nether base. But there's a story behind this. Obviously, because of the teleportation stuff, we spawned in 2 different locations, both of which I built bases and stuff. But the issue is I was wanting to connect them. And from here, they're just guarding that. That doesn't lead anywhere. I mean, it probably does, but I don't feel like exploring it. So I literally looked up the coordinates. If you remember the other portal all the way back at the end of the way, it was literally close by. So I dug here. This is the other base that I built, and I connected them. It's the other portal. And for some reason, I dug that path there, but I don't know why I did that. So yeah, we're gonna go through the in portal again, or the nether portal. I want to make sure my spawn is set before I go through the in portal. So I'm gonna kind of speedrun this. Also, since we're kind of near the end anyway. But yeah, that's the reason why this portal exists. Despite going through that one and taking you to a new area, it still creates a third portal. It was silly. All right, so let me make sure. I need an ender pearl too, because we're not entirely done yet. Make sure spawn is set. I'll go fix that before we leave. That was weird. All right. I don't know if it was me going crazy, but I saw a bunch of flashing lights. Or like, it was like, I don't know, it was weird. Alright, so respawn point set. I'm tired. There's not much more we have to do. There's literally one more thing we have to do is go through the end portal. Which we've already done. Right, go through here, and then it was over here. Alright, so this is my second favorite build in the world. Now, what you're looking at, I want to be completely clear here. What you are looking at is completely symmetrical. It took me forever to figure out how to make it like I had to fix so much and I had to measure so many times. But this building is completely symmetrical and yeah. I tried to incorporate the regular pillars into the design. But I really like how this turned out. It kind of turned into like a kind of reminds me of like a Skyrim-esque dungeon you see from the distance. But we're going to go inside. That just goes up to the tower. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. There's an exit. Kind of the same thing. Goes right there. Now, obviously, when I say it's symmetrical, I don't mean that even, like, the regular tables and stuff are, like, 100%, you know, aligned, but at least the regular stuff is. The walls and Like even that staircase is mirrored, right? Up, down, and then two on the. It's very, very particular about making sure it was aligned. All right. The sides version of this. Again, this is just a way to go up to the tower. Pick up the staircase. It's the same on both sides, pretty much. Just the carpets might be different. And then, yeah. So this was really cool. I like how this turned out. Got a lot of cool shapes and stuff inside of it. Guards watch the sides and whatnot. This is the spawn area. Obviously, because it changes the obsidian every time, I just I had to incorporate that into the design, so. And we'll go into the extended nether here in a second. I was wanting to at least spawn at least one portal, so I killed a dragon one single time. Not really bothered about future times, but this was just, I guess, the end. This was the last room I built. And yeah. So that's everything. So the way to leave is you go through here. And you go down the portal in the middle. Alright. Now there's only one more thing I want to check to make sure. I want to make sure that the top part I replaced, and then we're going to call it for the world tour. Yep. Alright, well, so thanks everybody for bearing with me. I am kind of tired. I got kind of tired toward the end, but I wanted to redo the video because a lot had changed, and I felt like I could have done a better job, and I think I did. Future videos of this will be just an update, short video. Won't be really long. But yeah, thanks everybody for watching, and tomorrow, hopefully, maybe tomorrow. Oh, update. I will be. So again, if you don't know, I've ordered the controller. It said it should be here the 28th. But we'll see. You never know. Sometimes stuff happens with packages. It's Friday, and the mail doesn't really deliver on Saturday and Sunday, at least here. So probably, let's be honest, if it's not here Monday, then minimum or maximum probably Tuesday. Next Tuesday. So we're finally going to be able to return to Resident Evil classic stuff and whole bunch of other games. All right. So tomorrow will probably be more Pokemon and Doom. I might do both. We'll see. If I'm not streaming tomorrow, then probably Saturday. But yeah, thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Later.